Welcome to a quick cue. I have weekly, horrible guests that attacks me completely at random. So to help me hear the full story, I pretend to have technical difficulties while my anus erupts like Old Faithful. Enjoy. Welcome to a quick cue. I'm your host, Nick. How's it going, everyone? Today I have one of my really personal good friends, personal, April. How are you doing today?
What's up, Nick? I'm doing great. It's good to have this a live studio audience here with us today too.
I mean, they'll be edited in later. But anyway, Quick Q is a podcast where I ask one question. The guest will have up to 5 minutes to answer the question with no follow up questions. The host says, "Hold up, stop talking." And when the host says, "I'm all clear," continue. I'm new to this, April, so that's why I make a lot of mistakes. So that's why I have that part in there.
I would only never expect less there.
All right, so this is my question to you. You ready?
Sure am.
How is it going from country mouse to city mouse? So to restate, how is it from growing up in the country to now living in the city? What are the differences? What are the things you've kind of noticed?
Sure, absolutely. So a little about me. I actually grew up in. I was born in Marshfield, Wisconsin, which is way up north, where they have a huge hospital, and that's about all that they have up there. I actually moved to a tiny village a little bit outside of Marshfield, which was about 600 people. So that's really where I started going to school and stuff like that. And Hewitt had one church, one gas station, and three bars. So we were really living our Wisconsin fantasy up there. I couldn't partake in almost anything, which was really unfortunate. But I was able to definitely live a country lifestyle, have a full garden, everything like that.
Hold up. I'm all clear.
I had a large backyard, all that, and animals and things like that. So we were really living our country fantasy, Wisconsin fantasy. Shortly after that, Shortly after that, we moved over to Eau Claire, which is a little bit bigger. And once I graduated high school, I started moving to bigger cities. So I moved to Madison, Wisconsin. Following that, over to the Chicago suburbs into Chicago. So I really got to see a huge melting pot and a big changes very slowly.
Hold up. Hold up. I'm all clear.
Um, it was definitely a little bit slower, my progression to going to the big city, but it was amazing to see the differences in smaller towns to the larger ones like Chicago. The biggest difference is living in Hewitt, I didn't have a lot of people to look up to that were different from me. The people that were different, I saw on television. So the first person of color that I saw was Oprah Winfrey, which is amazing, amazing leader.
Hold
And
up. I'm all clear.
thanks, Nick. Uh, she was a great person, role model to look up to. First person of color that I met was in high school. And also, I didn't have any gay people in my life, which now identifying as a queer woman, that's definitely something I lacked of when I was younger. Um, Further on, though, living in Chicago, we have whole neighborhoods dedicated to my different communities, such as gay community. So I'm able to really live my life out and clear. And we have definitely different little role models throughout that life. Hold on, can we pause for a second?
Hold up. I'm all clear.
So we definitely had different cultures that I was learning about while growing into the city, which I definitely found fascinating throughout that whole time. Yeah, in small town Hewitt, you wouldn't see anybody that was different from you. You would be living in a place that everybody looked the same. So moving to Chicago, it's amazing to be outside your door and seeing different cultures different food, different types of grocery stores. I was talking to my stepmom the other day, and I asked her, I told her, yeah, I had the best euro. And she was like, what is that? And I was just like so flabbergasted that somebody didn't know what a euro was, but also how blessed I was to be able to know different types of cultures from living here in the city. Um, Definitely another thing is food. So in Hewitt, there's obviously no different types of culture or food. I think in Marshfield we had one, Asian food place, and it was called like Greg's Food. It was definitely not run by appropriate cultures or anything like that. So we definitely stepped up there, and living in the city, we definitely learned different things for that. And then there's definitely the big difference of gossip as well.
Hold
The
up. Hold up. I'm all clear.
gossip in a small town is literally everywhere. Everyone knows everything. You're dating your sister's ex-boyfriend's brother. Now you're in the family of that, and in the family of somebody that you already dated, and it's so second guess. But in the city, there's different people everywhere. You get to learn more people and meet different people. And if you fuck up one relationship, you're on to that next one. Living in a small town as a gay person, what do I have there? Nothing. You build a long distance relationship with a lesbian that I met on the internet, and then I'm moving on because I can't go see that person. Then all of a sudden, what am I doing? I'm sucking dick again. You know what I mean? Like there's no middle ground. There's just there's just the aspect of not meeting as many different people as I'd like to in my dating pool. So definitely living in the big city where I'm learning different people, meeting different people in different communities. It's amazing, man. Tinder, you're one swipe away. You're one swipe away. They're 200 feet away from you as another gay person. It's great. Tinder over in fucking Hewitt, there's nothing. Get girl on girl. Who never heard of her? All of them are threesomes from bored ass people. Anyway, on to the gossip. There's so much gossip in a small town. The drama's thick, and also it's hard to escape from it. You're onto the gossip train, moving through it, and there's hardly any stop to it. You can't live out the last person that you've been for the last 2 years. You can never change.
Oh, well, thank you for that answer. It sounds like the city life has really been a very positive experience for you.
It's been a great time. I like it
Excellent.
a lot.
Thank you for that. Was a great answer. So I will thank you, April, again for coming on, and I hope the listeners feel a slow introspection after a quick cue. Thank you and good night. This podcast was recorded in June 2020 during the COVID-19 outbreak. Everyone on this podcast recorded from the comfort of their own home.
Wear a mask and vote.